Hey guys, so I just want to go over with you what we're going to be doing today for your asynchronous assignment. And this is going to be kind of the last thing that we do with regard to the Roman Empire before we kind of finish off this unit. So just rest assured that when you come into, when we have class tomorrow, you guys will be moving on to a new topic. But I did want to introduce this activity to you. Because it is important to us. Because once we get to the regions at the end of the year, this is one part of the Regents exam. So I'm going to go over it with you now. And this is called CRQ, or Constructed Response Question. The New York State Regents has done away with DBQs in general. And what they're replacing DBQs with are this CRQ activity. And I'm going to go over it with you now. CRQs are written for a particular topic. Okay. So, for example, we're in the middle of we're finishing up the Roman Empire. So, this particular CRQ is written for the Roman Empire. So, and I created it from scratch. This doesn't exist anywhere else. So, basically, the way it works is a CRQ is a series of documents, and you basically have to answer questions about the individual documents and then answer one question about the document as a whole, the documents as a set. And I will go over with you exactly kind of how that works. So document one here is it's a map. Now, a document could be a map, a political cartoon, a text passage, a poem, a picture of some kind. It could be really anything. So for document one, you're getting this map, and this map appears to be the Italian peninsula, and it's showing some geography here, right? We're seeing Rome here. We're seeing it positioned on the sea. We see the mountains, the Alps to the north. We could see that Rome is located right on the Tiber River. So you can kind of tell a lot here. So the first question that we're going to ask you here is about geographic context. And just for your information, when we say geographic context refers to where this historical development or event is taking place and why it is taking place there. So the question that goes with this document, this first document, is explain the geographic context for the development of the Roman Empire. Answer in the space below. So essentially, what you have to do here is discuss in the space provided here how the geography shown here on the map leads to the Roman Empire. So we started off the course by discussing the geography of the Italian peninsula and discussing how that geography set Rome up for success in many ways. Okay. So I would suggest that you go back through your notes for the unit if you need help, particularly at the beginning of the unit. I probably aim 5.1 to get, to refresh your memory about why, what are the important geographic aspects of the Italian peninsula and why this geography lends itself to Rome's success so greatly. And all of that information will kind of inform your response to this question, which you should record in the space below. So that's document one. Next is document two. So document two is another document on the same topic, right? These come in sets, these CRQs. So document one was the map. So document two is a text excerpt from this guy named Aristides from Rome, and he wrote it around the year 145. So this is within this is written within, it's a primary source written from within the Roman Empire at the time, right? So you can read the document for yourself. You don't need me to read it for you. But basically, it's discussing all of the trade that is happening and how Rome is basically the center of that trade, right? So this question will often ask you about purpose or bias or reliability. So we discussed a lot of those things when we discussed when did we do that? When we discussed was Athens a true democracy or not? So if you go back into the Greece unit here, democracy debate, we discussed a lot of these things in this notes section. So if you have to refresh your memory with that, you can go back into this YouTube video and check out the notes from that AIM 4.5 for some pointers on that. But in general, you're basically just talking about what makes this this source reliable or unreliable. And you could see the time and the place. Okay, those are hints. So take that into consideration when answering this question, right? So basically, we're just talking about whether or not we think this is a believable source. Okay, so that's kind of what you're after. So that's document 2. Now, document 3, they call it a document, but really what they're doing is they're putting both of these documents right up next to each other. And basically, you have to answer a question that is either cause and effect or turning point or something like that. So for this one, we will focus on cause and effect. Okay. So if document 1 points out the geography, and document 2 talks about all the incredible amount of trade that's happening in Rome, now we're going to ask about the cause and effect. So this question is identify and explain the cause and effect relationship associated with the events or ideas in documents 1 and 2. Be sure to use evidence from both documents in your response, and you can respond in the space below. So basically here, what you're going to talk about is how the geography illustrated in document 1 leads to the wealth created by trade that is illustrated in document 2. And that's really what you're trying to do. How does the geography lead to this wealth? And that's really what you're discussing here in this space. So just to recap, this is a CRQ where you get 2 different documents. You get a question on each document individually, and then you're going to get a question that asks you to examine both documents together and discuss either a turning point or a cause and effect relationship or something like that. So that is essentially how you're going to go about answering these questions. And this is your asynchronous assignment for today. It should be relatively easy enough. So I have virtual office hours as always, and I will post those virtual office hours on the Google Classroom stream. So in case anybody has questions or needs help with this, you can log on to the virtual office hours and you can get my help that way, or you can write me an email, whatever you need to do, okay? So it's important that we start kind of familiarizing ourselves with these kinds of activities so that by the time the Regents exam comes, we will be, well versed in them and, fully ready to kind of dominate, right? So that's the idea. So like I said, I will be here for my virtual office hours, and I will, if you guys need help. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. So good luck and have a good one.